So in your Google Classroom, I have it on Chromebook here so I can look at it because it's similar to yours on my laptop. But once I get a certain point, it looks different than what you guys see. So I never knew what it looked like until I went and got a Chromebook. In Google Classroom, you guys have the stream up there, which we are not going to be using much at all this year. When you go into Google Classroom, you're going to want to click into classwork. That's critical. Always go to classwork. In classwork, it's going to be divided up into sections. So we'll have units, and that's where I'm going to put any assignments that we have when we do our different assignments in class. Those will be posted in the units. And then information, any videos, any things that I think you want to have for this class or that can help you in another class, that's all going to be there. On the left, we have the topics and units and whatever topics are posted over there. So if you select all topics, it shows all of them. If you select one of them, it goes into that individual section. I'm going to create an assignment just for us to practice with today. So this will pop up top here. You can see we have test assignment, who's on your guest list. So on this test assignment, I want you guys to click on that and open it up. It'll show you just like this here, and it'll say view assignment. It looks a little different on your screen than it does on mine. When you open it up, you're only going to see the instructions and view assignment, and then it's assigned. I see who's turned it in, how many people have turned it in, and how many people are assigned. So I can tell when somebody hasn't turned it in. So when you click on view assignment, then that opens up. And up in this corner, you see yours looks totally different. I see all the students that it was assigned to. You don't see that. But up here in the right-hand corner, you will see a thing that says your work. It says assigned, it says add or create, and it says mark as done. Now the mark as done, that is something that I've seen last year, especially the online stuff. A lot of people would mark that as done and it didn't turn anything in. So it would be a week or so before we found out that they hadn't turned something in. So don't mark it as done until we've done through all these steps we're going to do today. So the first thing you're going to do is on the top part underneath your work, it says add or create. When you click on that, add or create, it gives you two sections. It gives you a lot of options. The top section has Google Drive, link, and file. And the bottom section has docs, slides, sheets, and drawings. The top section, Google Drive, link, and file, that's if you've created something already and it's stored somewhere and you're going to attach it to turn it in. What we're going to do today is the bottom section. You're going to select docs. So under create new, you're going to select docs. So you went to your work, down below under create new, you're going to select docs and click on docs. And that will open up a blank doc, a Google Doc. And in this Google Doc, who can tell me what I would have you do? People that were in my class last year probably know. Lucas, what am I going to tell you to do as soon as you create this Google Doc? Excellent, my friend. Yes. Whenever you guys do a document or an assignment, those who are in my class, they know that this is my pet peeve. If you turn something in and it just says copy of test assignment, then I have no idea whose it is. So the first thing you do, up on the top there, you can see where my cursor is. You're going to select it, and you're going to type in last name, your last name. And underscore and your first initial. And then the rest of the assignment, whatever the name of the assignment is. So in this case, it's called test assignment. Whatever we're working on, whatever it is in Google Classroom and Skyward, that's the name of the assignment. But right now, I need you to rename it. Once you've renamed it, hit enter, and it should have your last name, first initial, and test assignments. And then you can go down on the bottom and you can type in a sentence that this is a practice assignment and put your name on it so that I know that you've done that. Back in Google Classroom. So you're going to go back to your Google Classroom tab, click on that. And in the upper right corner, you'll notice it says your work, and it's got the document that you created is attached right now because we created it from in Google Classroom. It's already attached it. So let's say we're done with it. This would be the equivalent of you guys finishing your homework at home and sticking it in your backpack. Now, if you carry it around your backpack for a week, I'm never going to see it. I'm never going to grade it. So this is where people had forgotten to mark turn in. I had this a lot of times where people said, I had it done. I know I finished it, but they never marked turn in. So now you're going to go ahead and click on that turn in button. Once you click on turn in, you'll notice when you mark turn in, then it gives you a little message that says one attachment will be submitted for a test assignment. So you got to make sure you read that. You got to see that it gave you the right, that you have the right attachment that's on there, and then you can mark turn in. On my screen, I see people that have turned it in. So I've got 5 right now. It's that 5 people have turned it in already. And then that will increase on my side. Here we got 18. Okay, 18, but I still have 11 that are assigned. Now I know that's of the total class. I know that some people are absent, so they're not going to be able to turn it in right now, but I know that we have 25 of you on here, so there should be 25 on this turned in. So I don't need the yes or no on this one because I can see my counter right here. And as soon as it hits 25, then I know that everyone else has turned theirs in. So I can scroll down and it shows me all the people that have turned in. Now, some people, like here, Madison, there's no attachment. So she marked turned in, but she doesn't have anything attached. This is the problem I ran into last year. So you'll notice no attachments. And then I get nasty emails from some of you guys being upset that I did this and you never graded it. Well, then I look here and I say, well, when I click on it and it says there's no attachment, then I can't grade it. So here, there's no file. There's no file, nothing right here, no files attached. So I can't grade something that was not turned in. So that's why it's important that you guys go through those steps. In Google Classroom, you have to have the document attached or create a document right then, and then mark turned in so that it's attached to it. And this is where following instructions is critical. Don't follow instructions, can't turn something in, I can't grade it. It's nothing in the grade book, it doesn't look good. So people that are not here, I can see there's nothing attached to them and it wasn't turned in. So once those are all turned in, now I can click on someone's assignment and it opens up, and now I can go ahead and grade it. And then on the side over here, I can give them a score. I can put a comment on here if I say there's something wrong or something you need to improve on. And then you can go ahead and you can respond back to me on those comments. And that's how we get things graded. Now, back over on your Google Classroom. In there where it says your work, it has the assignment and then it says unsubmit. This is just like if you turned something in on my desk at school and then you went home and then you said, oh shoot, I forgot to add this to it. Well, you can't work on it because it's on my desk at school if we were in the normal classroom. So if you need to change something that you've already turned in, then you have to go mark unsubmit. So now I need all of you to go ahead and click on the unsubmit button. And that's like going to my room, going to my classroom, going to my desk and getting that paper back because you need to fix something. So if you're working on something and you turn it in, you realize you need to change something, you have to click unsubmit, and then that will give it back to you. Now you can make those changes. A lot of times what will happen is you'll click on that document that you created and it will send you a message that says request access. Then you click that and it sends me an email and it says, okay, someone needs access to their document. You don't need to do that. You just click on unsubmit. That's going to return it to you and then you can work on it. So don't bother going through those steps of sending me an email because you have to wait for me to open the email, go in and open the document, change the settings so that you can work on it. It's a bunch of steps and you don't know when that's going to happen. It's a lot quicker just to mark unsubmit. So that's one way we're going to turn things in Google Classroom. We'll create it from the assignment itself. A lot of times I'll have you create a new document or a new spreadsheet or something a different way, and we'll get into that next week when we do Google Drive. But for this one, this is the one thing I need you to do on your documents. Naming them is the most important thing. Last name, underscore, first initial, and then whatever the assignment is.